Hello, everyone. This is Jeff P. It is October 20th, 2021. And back by popular demand, the second sun, two suns appearing. This one, above all the other ones you've seen before, really stood out for me because when you have two light sources, you're going to get two lens flares. So, this hands down is probably one of the best second sun videos I have seen. Let's watch a few moments of it. And there's something really curious because when we watch this video, we see these two lens flares because there's two sources of light. What appears that this sun here is almost between a set of clouds, which seems like impossible. Unless there's some NASA trickery going on here. What I believe is actually happening is the artificial sun, fake sun, the NASA sun, the International Sun Simulator, aka the ISS, which maintains the second sun. I've downloaded this video and let's review that in a second. And this is happening everywhere, people can see it. Hard to prove because they keep saying there's two lens planes, and all this other troll comments. This one here, I'll leave a link, but I'm not going to play it. Viral hogs, his hogs, all the glory. And I don't want to get a copyright strike. But I will leave a link that everybody saw the second sun in the tallest hotel in the world, Dubai. It does move around. It's interesting because what we're looking at is the angle. We're looking at an out of sync sun simulator. What do I mean by that? I will tell you in a minute. And then the next stunning thing, and help explain this, I'm going to use Deadpool's channel, who is doing fantastic work catching some very interesting things in the sky. But let's look at the sun malfunction because I believe what sky shadow from the west is the reason why it's malfunctioning. Yeah. So let's check out the sky malfunction first, and we'll go back to that second sun video. It's pretty quite crazy. So I want to play it.
Out there who's got any idea of a chief? Anybody out there's a moon? Chief? Anybody out? Someone explain it to me. Jeff P. I don't know. Third phase of moon. Chief? Anybody out there who's got any idea of what the hell you're just about to see? And notice the chem trailer camouflaging it.
Okay, then he slows it down, and I'm going to break this video down for you because I know what the trolls would like to think and try and debunk this. It's quite hilarious, actually, what these truth-resisting, organized, lying loser farians will say about a video like this. They can't stand the truth. You know what? Let's never mind he just plays it in slow motion, but let's break this one down. First off, when we watch the flickering sun, some will say they're taking this camera in and out of focus. I would like you to notice that the focus is perfect and never changes like on this tree. All right, so he's not playing some focus trick here. This is another person who's genuinely interested in why the sun is flickering. And I'll give you my best reason why. See a flicker there? I want you to focus here that these pine needles during the flickering sun don't go in and out of focus, or it all it's sync. Because if that's what's happening, we expect the pine needles to be going in and out of focus at the same time. That this is in sync with this. There. See that? When it's blurred, yes, he is taking it and adjusting the focus a little bit, but notice it's not synced up with the flickering sun. If you would, it would have flickered at the same time. Whether it's blurred in or out of focus, it still flickers. Just focusing. So that was excellent that he was able to keep the flickering sun and still maintaining focus of the pine needles on this tree while it flickered. See that? See the light change and dim, and yet the pine needles never changed the focus. You can see it's clearly in focus. It's not messing with the lens. Quite stunning, folks. I will leave links for these two channels. Why is this happening? Well, let me show you. Here's kind of a little overall reason why we have a flickering sun, because the sun that is flickering is fake. It's a NASA sun. It emits white light. There's a patent on it. And I will show you the patent. In fact, let's see, where is that patent anyways? Anyways, this is the sun, the real sun, which the Earth orbits around the real sun. And the sun simulator, this is a profile cutaway view of the sun simulator, and it, according to the patents, which orbits around the Earth in a heliosynchronous orbit with a series of lenses in front of it. Actually, these are overlapping lenses. And the reason why they give us a fake white sun that eclipses our yellow sun, I mean, it's in the path of it, during an eclipse, an unexpected eclipse from a planet's or debris that would eclipse our sun, the sun simulator would continue to shine like the real sun during the eclipse, giving us those halos that we see. Now, the reason why it flickers is because the way the sun simulator is powered. We have satellites outside of the eclipse that orbits. That would be, it's not the best drawing, but people wanted me to try and explain this and wrap it around your head. So these satellites, which are orbiting around our sun like the Earth, front and forward facing, have solar panels that basically beam microwave energy towards the sun simulator, giving it its energy. These microwave energies can transmit up to 30,000 miles. And if this microwave beam is disrupted by any debris or asteroids, like you're going to see in the next video, this will get disrupted. And it relies on this continuous power. It doesn't have storage. And because it draws so much energy, if you want to get more into it, go watch some videos, but I'm just showing you the second sun video and basically going to quick explanation why it's flickering. I actually created a flickering sun video where everything here is animated. It went through a lot of work explaining the black dot that we see is the rotating hyperboloids of revolution. So on the Earth, we see this. In case anybody wanted to see the Sun Simulator patent, here it is. National Aeronautics Space Administration was patented in 2000. This particular one, I think, yeah. Hyperbolic Reflector. And these are the xenon lamps that show multiple light sources. Basically, by putting them in an array like this is a profile that would show multiple sources of light. But by bouncing it off a hyperbolic reflector, this light emits and bounces back and goes in its reflector and comes down this hole. This hole basically is black. So they put the hyperboloids mirror in front of it and it spins. In this patent, this is the simulator container that tests it on the Earth. This thing that rotates in front of the sun is 30 inches in diameter, according to the patent. I've discussed just so many times the hyperboloids of revolution, but those are the people that created this. 25 feet in diameter is the total distance. There's so many questions. Please just go back and watch my Sun Simulator playlist. It will describe this in great detail with more evidence, the mercury xenon lamps that this thing uses, and all the fun stuff. Yeah. So I have a list. Remember, when we get those, the sun gets eclipsed, we get the dark halos like we see here. And what is a slam dunk for anybody that would know that this thin layer of clouds that passes in front of the sun, you're looking at the fake white sun. The real one is behind it during this moment. What you see here is absolutely impossible. Physics. There's no way that the real sun, if it was so far away, the one that we're looking at right now, because the true sun is being eclipsed, how could the sun change so rapidly in sizes when it's so far away? Why is that? And notice the outer diameter never changes because the light from there is the true sun. Okay, so you see this? Look how dark this is. Look how much that looks like there is a lens in front of it, just like if you were to focus the focus point. Closer the sun to the clouds, yeah, there's no way. All right, let's watch the objects that cross the microwave beams. Like I showed you, these microwave beams right here from these solar collecting satellites that beam the microwave energy that power the sun simulator, when they get broken by the debris, it's going to flicker. Let's watch that happen. From sky shadows, it happens fast. As fast that thing flickers. These objects are getting closer. It's now at the point where it's passing in front of the microwave beams, giving us the flickering sun. And if one of these was ever to hit those satellites, that there would be 3 days of darkness. NASA knows this is happening. They're getting ready for it. Wow, it happened so fast. It already missed it. Let's see where. Some of you, if you're paying attention, would have seen it already happen. Jeez. Damn it. Okay, so here we go. I downloaded it. Let's watch it happen. Wow, that was fast. See that right here? Does that blow you away? Look at that. It's happening constantly. Nobody's paying attention. Also, look at that. You guys see that? Passing in front? Look at it. If it misses the sun simulator beams, it won't flicker, but that would have caused a momentary flicker. Folks, I've shown this so many times in my previous videos. Nobody's, well, some people are paying attention. I'm sorry. Look at that. If that was to break the beam, it's going to flicker. I explained this. I am sure of it. Now let's watch the out of sync sun simulator. Play close attention to the suns. This white one, the real one. I mean the fake one, and then the projection here. They're just out of sync. I believe what we have here. I'm just going to scroll this forward. Look at that. Here we have two obvious sun lens flares because we have two sources of light. Bam. Now we've seen the reflections on the water. There's just not enough time to go over every example of this, but here it is. It's the setting of the sun. Appears. Want to know which one is real, which one is fake? I believe the one that shows between two sets of clouds would be the low altitude fake sun. And the white sun coming through the lens. Look at that. I think it's so... that's one of the best ones I've ever seen because of the fact that we get to see the two lens flares here. Well, if you got one sun, you should be one lens flare. I think the reason why we see this at this area is, I believe, mostly because of the latitude, the distance from the equator. We're going to see this at an angle because those living on the Earth to the right of the sun, I'm not sure this is, we're facing the west, so those more towards the north would look more normal. So NASA fails again. But the brainwashing and the cognitive dissonance keeps people thinking that everything's okay. Never mind that, the sun halos, it's just it's caused by the chemtrails, even though we've never seen them before. We've had chemtrails for over a decade, and yet 2017, the halos first formed. Yep, those halos, folks, that you've seen are solar eclipses. And you should go to Deadpool's channel because the asteroids are getting closer. The rich people know it. They spent all the money. That's why if you get the jab, you'll die. And if you refuse the jab, you get fired. Either way, your pension, you're not getting it. It's gone. It's about the money. That's one of the big reasons. Anyways, if you like this video, please copy, like, and share. And see you at the Lord's Supper.